boy. Good girl. Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is January 22nd, 2019. I actually made another video earlier that I was going to put up today, but I am not going to put that one up. I'm putting this one up. So when you see another video with today's date in the near future, then you will know that that was the original video for today. So anyway, so crazy freaking day here, guys. Very, very shocking, you know, and so we're going to talk about this real quick. So we go to town, we had some running around to do, so we stopped at the gas station and went to get some gas and stuff like that, and I get out of the car, and there's a young girl, and I say young girl, maybe 25 years old, that is like, she's standing up, but she's like, you know, doing like this, okay, and they were holding her up, a couple people were holding her up, and so I go up and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, we're not sure. She keeps, you know, passing out. She's not coherent and stuff like that. So I jumped into that situation because that's what I do. And I'm like, okay, well, we gotta. They were trying to sit her down in the car in the back seat. And I'm like, no. We got to get her inside and we got to lay her down. We got to get her inside and got to lay her down. So they were like, okay. So I said, okay, watch out. So I grabbed her, I scooped her up, picked her up, carried her into the store, and we laid her down on the ground, and you know, then we elevated her head and stuff like that. And I was somebody was on the phone already with 911, and so the kid's asking me, is she breathing? I go, yep, she's breathing. I said she also has a strong pulse. So he's relaying that message information back to 911. So hey, no. Come on. Hey! Caesar. Sorry, guys. So he's relaying that information back to 911. So I sat there and so I'm talking to her and I said, are you on any kind of medication? So she says, yes, I'm on Suboxone, 8 milligrams. And anybody that doesn't know what Suboxone is, it is if you are coming off a heroin addiction, and that's what they give you to make sure that, you know, it's like a synthetic form of heroin, basically, is what they're giving you so that you can function coming off of using heroin. So it's that's what that is. So anyway, so I said to her, I said, you know, did you take anything else today? And she's like, no. And she was like in and out of it, you know. And then she was like, well, can I sit up? And I said, no, I don't want you sitting up. I said, I just want you to relax. I said, the ambulance is on the way. And about that time, 2 cops showed up. And, you know, we were getting some information from her and talking with her. And I said to her, I said, I'm going to stay with you until the ambulance gets here. And then they're going to take you to the hospital and figure out, you know, what's going on. So she's like, okay. You know, I mean, just completely freaking out of it. Her eyes were completely dilated. And so it was a very scary situation, you know, it really, really was. What it appears to be, and I cannot say for sure, some kind of a narcotic, probably a heroin or something to that effect. The cops basically said to me, looks like a heroin you know, like she's not overdosed, but she's like on heroin. And but she was, I mean, completely out of it. So unfortunately, they see that type of stuff, you know, way, way more than anybody else. And so I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that. And so the ambulance got there, and I gave them what information that I had, and then I let them take over, because I have found through my years of dealing with accidents or whatever and stuff like that, EMTs are very arrogant for the most part, very full of themselves, and I'm in charge type of thing. So I just give them the information, and then I get out of their way and let them do their job, basically. But you know, they have a tendency to be full of themselves. But anyway, and not all. Please do not say that I'm lumping all EMTs into that category. I've dealt with some fabulous, wonderful EMTs, but I have found that a majority of the EMTs are very arrogant and full of themselves. That's just my opinion. Okay, so anyway, but so let's talk about after S.H.T.F happens, and you are dealing with people withdrawing from opiates, withdrawing from alcohol, withdrawing from whatever other narcotics or anything, you know, antidepressants, you know, not being able to have their psychotropic medication, that is going to be a crazy, crazy, crazy time. Because, like, let's just go even with alcohol. If you have a hardcore alcoholic that drinks every day and drinks a lot every day, the smoke coming down, you're going to have, I mean, the withdrawals from that could kill you. Okay? I mean, you could actually die from withdrawals from alcohol. So that's a scary thing in itself. Okay? Where you at, pups? Come on, babies. Sorry, guys. I just got to keep an eye on them. They're, like I said, they're like having little children. So anyway, but that's definitely, you know, there they are. There they are. Good babies. Good babies. They're really good dogs. They really, really are. I just like to keep an eye on them so I know where they're at. But anyway, so, you know, like alcohol withdrawal can kill you. And, you know, withdrawing from the other medications is going to, like I said, if somebody's on a antidepressant, that's some crazy stuff to have to deal with, the withdrawals from that. Withdrawals from not having cigarettes. Withdrawals from not having, your psychiatric medications. When you have people that have issues where they need to be on psychiatric medications, you know, you're looking at some seriously scary times, guys. So once S.H.T.F happens, I'm going to say that first 2 months before things kind of weed themselves out and take care of themselves, that's going to be the most dangerous time. Absolutely the most dangerous time, because you're going to have people that are going to be hardcore addicts that are going to basically try to go house to house if they have to, breaking in, stealing, to try to find whatever they can get their hands on. Very, very scary. It's very, very sad to see an entire young generation basically pissing their life away, and that's what I'm going to call it, over heroin. You know, and it's very, very sad. I hate to see it. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, guys, even in my hardcore party days, thank you for knocking into me. Even in my hardcore party days back in the day, I never did heroin. Never did that, never did crack cocaine. I was like, those were two things that I was like, I am staying away from that crap. So, yeah, it's just, you know, it's very, very scary. Very, very scary. And to see, you know, so many young people dying of heroin overdoses every day, it's very, very sad. Very sad. So, but what are you going to do? It's a choice. People make that choice to try it. They get addicted. They, have a problem with it. It's tough, and it's a tough habit to break, but it can be done. It can absolutely be done. So, but I wanted to share that experience with you guys today of what happened in town. It was just, let me show you this. Oh, so I didn't even show you, I wasn't even talking about all the snow either. So we ended up with, like I said, about 14 inches of snow up here. So the panels were completely covered. I cleaned these off, I think it was 4 times, and we actually got power out of these panels the next day. I waited and didn't clean these ones off till afterwards, after everything was said and done. So we actually made halfway decent power today here at the homestead, and so that was not a bad thing. But so I want to hear your guys' opinion on this topic. I mean, how bad do you think it's going to be after S.H.T.F happens, and with the withdrawals from narcotics, the withdrawals from alcohol, the withdrawals from even cigarettes? Now, cigarettes won't be so bad. People just be grumpy and nasty. But, the other ones are definitely much more of a very detrimental situation. So I definitely would like to hear what you guys have to think about that. So anyway, it's starting to get dark here now. It's about 6 o'clock at night. And so, like I said, I had made a video earlier today, but I really wanted to talk about this subject. So I definitely would like to hear your guys' feedback, okay? Remember, guys, we are all in this together. We really, truly are. We need to be working together to try to help each other out. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. So that's important to remember that, too. So just, tell the people that you care about how you feel. Remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it if you work at it methodically. Okay? Doesn't necessarily have to do with prepping, doesn't have to be living off grid. It's whatever gets you going in life, whatever, is your passion. Just follow it. Stay away from the negativity. Don't listen to negative people. All they want to do is bring you down. Negativity breeds negativity, and unhappy people don't want you to be happy, okay? So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.